The power of compounding for financially intelligent parents. If I told you there was one force that could turn an average person into a millionaire without working more hours, without getting lucky, and without chasing get-rich-quick schemes, would you actually believe me? No gimmicks, no secret societies, just pure, undeniable math. Well, here's the truth. The rich understand compounding, while the poor ignore it. And no, I'm not just talking about money. Compounding isn't limited to investments. It applies to knowledge, habits, relationships, and even the way you think. Here's the real kicker. Most people are compounding the wrong things. They're compounding debt, bad decisions, toxic relationships, and time-wasting habits. Meanwhile, the wealthy are compounding the right things. By the end of this, you won't just understand compounding, you'll know exactly how to use it to your advantage. This is how you get rich with these compounding secrets. Let's continue the discussion on the other side.
Waking up at dawnlight, breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm we belong. Skies are high, but so are we, building castles where we're free. Gonna rise up, we won't fall.
One, financial compounding. The foundation of wealth. Wealth isn't built in a single life-changing moment. It's built through small, consistent actions that compound over time. The rich understand this. The broke, they chase lottery tickets, hot stock tips, and quick wins, never realizing they're resetting the compounding clock every time they start over. As Albert Einstein famously said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Compounding rewards patience, consistency, and discipline. The wealthy know that every dollar left to grow becomes an employee working 24/7 to generate more. They don't cash out early for a new car or a vacation. They let their investments stack until their money makes more money than they ever could by working. The broke, on the other hand, pull their money out too soon, chase the next trend, or hesitate for years, watching from the sidelines as others build fortunes. As Henry Ford put it, "It has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste." The difference between those who build wealth and those who stay stuck isn't intelligence or luck. It's what they choose to do with their time and money. Key takeaway: treat every dollar as a seed. Plant it, water it, and over time, it grows into an entire forest. Avoid cashing out early or chasing quick wins. Let compounding work its magic. If you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more insights like this. Let's keep growing together. 2. Knowledge. Compounding. The path to smarter decisions. Ever wonder why some people seem to get smarter and wealthier over time, while others stay stuck in the same financial mess for decades? It's not because one group is luckier or more talented. It's because one group compounds knowledge, while the other compounds ignorance. The rich don't just learn, they apply, refine, and multiply their knowledge until it becomes a powerful force. Meanwhile, the broke consume random information without ever turning it into action. They watch motivational videos, nod in agreement, and then go right back to their usual habits, never making a single change. Let's break this down further. Knowledge compounding is the process of continuously learning, applying, and building upon what you know. It's not just about collecting information. It's about turning that information into actionable insights that improve your decision-making over time. The wealthy understand that knowledge, like money, grows exponentially when you invest in it consistently. How the wealthy compound knowledge. The wealthy don't just read a book or watch a course and call it a day. They connect what they learn to what they already know, reinforcing concepts, stacking insights, and applying their knowledge immediately. For example, if they read a book on investing, they don't just memorize the strategies. They experiment, test, and adapt them to their unique situation. They take an idea, use it, evaluate the results, and refine their approach over time. This iterative process sharpens their financial decisions, making them faster, more precise, and more effective. Every skill they acquire makes it easier to gain the next one. For instance, learning how to analyze stocks might lead to understanding real estate investments, which then opens the door to exploring business ventures. Each piece of knowledge builds on the last, creating a snowball effect that accelerates their growth. The broke compound? Ignorance. On the other hand, those who struggle financially often consume information passively. They collect financial advice like souvenirs, piling up books, articles, and courses, yet never implement a single lesson. They get excited about learning something new, only to abandon it the moment it requires effort, patience, or practice. This cycle of learning without applying leads to what I call knowledge hoarding. They have all the tools but never build anything with them. The wealthy treat every failure as feedback. Instead of quitting, they ask, "What went wrong?" and adjust their strategy. Every mistake becomes a stepping stone, every challenge a new lesson, and every setback a chance to improve. While others fear failure, the wealthy use it as a tool to refine their understanding and make better choices. The role of mentors and high-value conversations. The wealthy also understand that who they learn from determines what they learn. They don't waste time listening to people who are just as lost as they are. Instead, they seek out mentors, books, and high-value conversations with those who have already walked the path they want to follow. They surround themselves with individuals who challenge them, elevate their mindset, and push them to grow. For example, if they want to build a successful business, they don't just read generic business books. They seek out mentors who have built successful businesses, attend industry-specific seminars, and engage in deep conversations with like-minded individuals. This targeted approach to learning ensures that every piece of knowledge they gain is relevant, actionable, and impactful. The power of consistent learning. The wealthy make learning a daily ritual, not something they do only when they have time. They carve out time in their schedules to read, listen to podcasts, or attend workshops. They understand that knowledge, like money, compounds over time. The more they learn, the faster they improve, the better their decisions become, and the easier wealth creation gets. Meanwhile, those who never invest in learning wake up years later wondering why nothing in their life has changed. They never realize that their ignorance has been compounding against them the entire time. They remain stuck in the same financial mess, repeating the same mistakes, and wondering why they can't get ahead. Key takeaway for parents. As a financially intelligent parent, you have the power to teach your children the value of knowledge compounding. Encourage them to read, learn, and apply what they learn daily. Teach them to view failures as opportunities to grow and to surround themselves with mentors and high-value conversations. By instilling these habits early, you're setting them up for a lifetime of continuous growth and success. Third relationship, compounding. Your network is your net worth. You've heard the saying, your network is your net worth, but let's dig deeper. Most people misunderstand networking as a transactional game, collecting business cards, sending cold LinkedIn messages, or attending events to get something. But here's the truth. The wealthy don't chase contacts. They build trust. They create relationships that grow, deepen, and multiply over time, so that when opportunities arise, they flow naturally, not because they begged, but because they earned it. The wealthy versus the broke. Two approaches to relationships. The wealthy invest in relationships long before they need them. They offer value without keeping score, sharing insights, making introductions, or lending a hand without expecting immediate returns. They become the person others want to help because they've proven themselves reliable, generous, and trustworthy. Over time, these small acts of generosity compound into a powerful network of allies, collaborators, and advocates. Meanwhile, those who struggle financially often approach relationships like a vending machine. They only engage when they need something. They reach out to long-lost contacts with requests, wonder why their calls go unanswered, and blame luck for their stagnant careers. This transactional mindset kills trust. As author Tim Sanders said, your network is your net worth, but only if you're a giver, not a taker. The magic of trust-based networking. The wealthy understand that people do business with those they trust, respect, and know will deliver. They don't pitch themselves constantly. Their reputation does the talking. For example, imagine a real estate investor who spends years mentoring newcomers, sharing market insights, and connecting people in their community. When they later launch a project, investors flock to them, not because they asked, but because their track record of generosity built unshakable credibility. This is relationship compounding in action. What starts as a single introduction or act of goodwill grows into a web of opportunities. A coffee meeting today could lead to a joint venture in 5 years. A favor repaid a decade later. The wealthy play the long game, knowing that trust takes time to build but pays dividends for life. The power of your inner circle. Your inner circle either pulls you up or drags you down. The wealthy intentionally surround themselves with winners, people who challenge their thinking, elevate their goals, and push them out of complacency. They cut ties with chronic complainers, energy vampires, and those stuck in victim mentality. Why? Because negativity is contagious. As motivational speaker Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." For instance, a tech entrepreneur who joins a mastermind group of seasoned founders gains access to decades of collective wisdom. Those relationships accelerate their growth, helping them avoid costly mistakes and spot trends faster. Meanwhile, someone stuck in a circle of friends who mock ambition or dismiss financial discipline will struggle to break free from limiting beliefs. Practical steps to compound relationships. Give first, offer value without strings attached. Share resources, make introductions, or lend expertise. Stay consistent, check in with contacts regularly, not just when you need something. A quick message or coffee catch-up keeps relationships alive. Be selective. Invest time in people who align with your values and goals. Quality over quantity. Leverage weak ties. Casual acquaintances, like a former colleague or a LinkedIn connection, often unlock unexpected opportunities. Key takeaway for parents: teach your children that relationships are currency. Show them how to listen actively, give generously, and build trust over time. Encourage them to seek mentors and join communities that align with their aspirations. A child who learns to nurture relationships early will enter adulthood with a network that opens doors money can't buy. Fourth habit: compounding. Small actions, big results. Your habits are the silent architects of your future. Every small decision, whether to save $5 daily, scroll mindlessly for an hour, or skip a workout, seems insignificant in the moment. But over time, these choices compound into life-altering outcomes. The wealthy don't rely on willpower or grand gestures. They design systems of tiny, consistent habits that build unstoppable momentum. The science of habit loops. Habits work in loops, cue to routine to reward. For example, stress, cue, triggers impulse shopping, routine, which temporarily relieves anxiety, reward. The wealthy hack this cycle by replacing destructive routines with productive ones. Instead of scrolling social media when bored, a $0 reward, they might read a financial blog, a habit that compounds knowledge. Over years, this shift transforms their mindset, skills, and net worth. The broke, however, let bad habits run unchecked. Skipping a budget review today seems harmless, but over a decade it leads to debt, missed investment windows, and financial chaos. As James Clear writes in Atomic Habits, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. The wealthy versus the broke, a tale of two habits. The wealthy treat discipline as a muscle. They start small, saving 1% of their income, reading 10 pages a day, or tracking expenses for 5 minutes nightly. These micro habits require minimal effort, but create a foundation for bigger wins. For instance, saving 1,000 naira daily becomes 365,000 yearly, enough to start investing. Over 30 years, that grows to 46,500,000 naira at 8% returns. The broke, meanwhile, chase shortcuts. They'll skip saving for a vacation, delay starting a side hustle, or binge watch TV instead of learning a skill. Each choice resets their progress. They're like gardeners who uproot seedlings daily, wondering why nothing grows. The domino effect of consistency. Habit compounding thrives on consistency, not intensity. Writing 1 paragraph daily leads to a book in a year. Walking 15 minutes daily can evolve into marathon training. The wealthy focus on showing up, even imperfectly. A study by the European Journal of Social Psychology found it takes 18 to 254 days to form a habit, but once ingrained, it becomes automatic. For example, Warren Buffett reads 500 pages daily. This habit, started in his teens, compounded into the knowledge that built his investing empire. Similarly, a parent who teaches their child to save 10% of their allowance instills a habit that could make them a millionaire by 40. Breaking bad habits, the swap and reward strategy. To replace bad habits, the wealthy use 2 tactics. Swap, replace a negative routine with a positive one. Instead of buying coffee daily, brew it at home and invest the savings. Reward, tie habits to immediate gratification. Track savings in a visual jar or celebrate a 30-day streak with a small treat. Key takeaway for parents. Teach your children that habits are destiny. Help them build wealth-friendly routines, saving before spending, weekly financial check-ins, or discussing money wins at dinner. A child who internalizes these habits won't need motivation. They'll operate on autopilot towards success. 5 mindset. Compounding. Train your thoughts. Your mindset is compounding every single day, just like your money. The way you think, the beliefs you reinforce, and the attitude you carry are either stacking up to build an unstoppable force of success or quietly digging you into a deeper hole of mediocrity. Some people go through life thinking small, acting small, and attracting small opportunities. They see obstacles as permanent, setbacks as proof they're not good enough, and success as something reserved for other people. They tell themselves, "I could never do that," and so they never do. Meanwhile, those who understand the power of a compounding mindset train their thoughts like an elite athlete trains their body. They don't just think big, they expect big. They see failure as a test, not a verdict. They understand that every obstacle is a puzzle to be solved. Every challenge is a stepping stone, and every setback is just a setup for a bigger comeback. Key takeaway: train your mind to see opportunities in challenges. Surround yourself with positivity and growth-oriented people. If you're finding these mindset tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with others. Let's create a community of growth and success together. 6. Energy compounding. Fuel your success. Energy is your most valuable currency. The rich protect their energy like a billion-dollar asset. They understand that every action, every conversation, and every environment they expose themselves to is either fueling their drive or draining their potential. They don't let negativity, distractions, or meaningless drama consume their mental space. They guard their focus fiercely, knowing that the energy they invest today shapes the opportunities they create tomorrow. They prioritize health and mental clarity, treating their body like a high-performance machine. Key takeaway: protect your energy by avoiding negativity and distractions. Prioritize health, mental clarity, and high-energy environments. 7. Time compounding. Leverage. The long-game success isn't about luck or talent. It's about leveraging time in your favor. Every habit, investment, skill, and relationship compounds over time, creating a ripple effect that builds into something massive. The wealthy play the long game, allowing compounding to do the heavy lifting. Key takeaway: start early and stay consistent. Focus on long-term goals rather than quick wins. Let me give you another definition of success. Success can also be defined as simple discipline compounded over a period of time. To be successful is not doing some big things, but just simple discipline. For example, investing 10,000 Naira monthly will not make you rich, but compounded over a period of time, say 10 years, makes it significant. Also, failure is simple error of judgment compounded over a period of time. Example: missing out on your savings plan in a month does not mean you will be poor, but consistently missing out, compounded over a period of time, will guarantee poverty. As a financially intelligent parent, you have the power to teach your children the secrets of compounding. Whether it's financial, knowledge, relationship, habit, mindset, energy, or time compounding, the principles remain the same. Start today and watch your efforts multiply into something extraordinary. Remember, success isn't a mystery, it's a strategy. The choice is yours. Build wealth or build regrets. What will you start compounding today? If you found this valuable, don't hesitate to share it with others. Subscribe for more insights, and let's keep compounding our way to financial freedom. Until next time, keep growing, keep compounding, and remember, financial freedom isn't a dream, it's a strategy.
Waking up at dawn, light breaking through. Chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind. Motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall. Breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear. Success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong. In this rhythm